What up, Tank?
All right, what up, Cole, man?
What's going on, bro?
Oh, man, we got a very special guest today, man.
Do we got a guest?
Yes,
For
sir,
real?
man.
Oh, snap.
Hey, man, this person known as the Jill of all trades, stand-up comedian, writer, actress, podcast host, business owner, game inventor, basically a multi-hyphenated. Let's give it up for the one and only, very talented and funny Michelle C.
Woo!
Yeah,
Welcome to the show,
Welcome to the show,
baby.
man.
Yeah,
What's
you
going
are
on?
first ever comedian. The
Okay.
very
Pop
first.
my collar.
Yeah.
Look, oh, she like about my collar.
Yeah.
Baby, she our very first comedian.
What's on the docket?
How you doing, sister?
I'm good.
Welcome to the Tank and Cole Show.
Yeah.
I'm Cole Crazy as that's Tank, as you
Tank,
know.
yeah.
But great to have you. You know,
It
we
is.
finally got a third eye, especially what's going on. Especially we
Right.
go over the comedy game. We're gonna highlight some things on that and how you got started and go so forth. But it's just great to have a third wheel here,
Right.
especially from a woman perspective,
Yeah.
So thank you for coming again to the show. Thank you for
Yeah,
spending
we
your
appreciate
precious
it.
time.
Yes,
You
yes,
could have got your
yes.
nails done, your hair done. You came to come
I
here.
mean, I did
Well,
both.
the
Yeah,
It's
so
late.
you know,
Yeah, it's late
yeah,
now.
we appreciate you.
Yeah,
So
we
thank you for
appreciate
coming
it.
to the show.
I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna highlight some topics, man. We're gonna get the ball rolling. We're gonna get that third eye from you. So,
Okay.
all right, man, what the hell going on with Trump? So Trump think he just that nigga, huh?
Yeah, man.
It's starting early.
You know, man, Trump, man, he out here shooting pardons like like he got a ooze in his hand. Huh?
Yeah.
You get a pardon and you get a pardon.
NBA young boy,
Yeah, NBA young boy.
Larry Hoover almost got out. This the state just got him. Like, damn, man.
Yeah. And even the Chrisleys. Yeah, for
Chris-
people who don't
yeah.
know the Chrisleys.
Yeah.
They
They did the fraud. They did the fraud. Yeah, the tax evasion. Right.
Yeah.
I'm just like, and then he's like, Diddy might get a pardon.
Yeah, he
So
ain't thinking
we
about
need to go
Diddy.
ahead and end the Diddy trial. Because if he get convicted, he gonna get pardoned.
Right.
Wow. What's going on with Trump? He
Man, Trump.
he raised the tariffs.
Right.
He raised and taxing everybody.
Right.
But then he's pardoning all the black people. So this is like a catch-22 going on here.
Yeah, man. To me, man, Trump is like to me, he basically like Oprah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? He like
Lord,
Oprah.
you got some Oprah friends. I'm leaving the show,
Nah,
you guys. He said
Hold on.
Oprah.
He like the big bone of Oprah though. You remember Oprah used to be like, you get a
know
car,
what?
you get a car. You know what I'm saying? But Trump out here like, you get pardoned, you get pardoned. So you know, it's like, hey man,
He might be changing some stuff around, though. He out here pardoning people, dog,
yeah.
for real.
He the
dog.
Oprah of politics, man. Oprah of politics.
What's your take on it, Miss Michelle?
How you throw Oprah under the bus? That's my first question.
Uh-oh.
Why
So you
Oprah got to be
know
under
black
the
women
bus?
love Oprah.
Hold up.
You know
You know
do.
black women love
And
Oprah.
do. And she the parents like me. I'm
That's
ready for you.
just like saying Mary J. Blige can't sing. You can't say it to a black woman, not Oprah. No.
Listen.
no.
I mean, besides Oprah,
Uh-huh.
because you can leave her alone. She ain't did nothing to you. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
But I think most people are sick of Trump. I think everybody is.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Hey.
But I'm not surprised about if he pardons Diddy. I'm not surprised. That's his best friend. That's his homie.
Right.
Like they've been
Right.
they've been friends since the beginning. I don't know how long Puffy been in the game, but they've been. If you look back some old video, that's their homie. That's his best friend.
Right.
And if you're gonna have somebody to get you off, like I would want the president to get me. Look, I ain't saying I condone anything that Puffy did, but if I was in trouble, I would call the homie Trump too.
To get him
I'd
off.
be like, hey, bro, come holler at me. Get me off.
I
of this
mean, she
motherfucker."
got a point, man. I ain't nothing like a discount.
Listen,
I don't
Come on
know.
now.
Ain't nothing like a discount.
But-
Ain't
but-
nothing like a
I
discount.
don't know if you want that Diddy discount though. You know?
You don't want that? Take that
Nah,
discount.
you don't want
Take
that.
that. Yeah, take that. Right, but wow. Yeah, you can't talk about Oprah, dog.
Who? Oh,
Yeah, you can't.
I
You
ain't.
know, you said, oh, like that's your homie or something.
Yeah.
Hey man,
Oprah.
hey, you
Yeah,
know
you
what I'm
can't
saying?
talk about Oprah.
I'm just
I
saying.
can't help you out on that one. A whole bunch of women come at you and they waiting outside by your car. Hey, I'll be like, I'm about to catch the bus. I ain't got nothing to do
Hey,
with
I'm,
that.
I'm mad because I could never get on Oprah. I wanted the car too. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I wanted to be a part of it. You get a car and you
That's
get a
right.
car, you know. But I couldn't. It was always a woman though. You know, a man ain't never get no car. You know what I'm saying?
Say, Gail got all of it.
Yes, she did.
And
Yeah,
look,
got
I was
all
so
of it.
mad that I couldn't get on there and get a car because I had lied to the girl. You know what I'm saying? You know, you meet a girl, you be like, She be like, where your car at? Oh, girl, my car in the shop.
You know, how long you gonna be in the shop? It's been in the shop for 6 months. So
Right. I told her I was getting candy paint. You know what I'm saying?
Offset. He said he want that spouse support from Cardi B. Cardi B dropping that coochie like it's hot. What's going on, man? I mean, women do it all the time, though.
Hey, man.
I mean, I can't defend it because women do it all the time. So I'm like, ooh. And you also know about Josiah Bell. You know, Journey Smiley. He trying to get half of her money that she invested when she was a kid actress. So,
But hold on though, you talking about equality? Women always talking about equality.
Yeah.
So hey, that same thing. Offset.
Y'all got your own basketball league, you know. Hey,
Yeah.
but I
So-
mean, I don't know.
So he asked for that child support, man.
yeah. What's your take, Miss Michelle?
I say what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Like I ain't mad at it.
Oh, you know
I'm
what?
not mad at it because I mean
She
if
come
I
on the
was-
show anytime she wants
That's
to.
right. That's right.
She's like, you know what? I'm not gonna stick on the woman's side. Look,
No, I mean I stick on the logical side.
right, and that's
Because
cool.
if you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're right, you're right. If the shoe was on the other foot, she would be like, give me that. Let me run it.
Right.
So why he can't do it?
So let me ask you. So you think relationships nowadays are just based off business and money?
I think a relationship. Well, I think a marriage is a business.
Well, it's the same. Well, relationships.
I-
Hey, 'cause they was
Because a
married.
relationship you don't get the same benefits.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A marriage is a business.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm in business with somebody and then like we both they're in business with a child.
Right.
50-50.
Right.
50 of it is me, 50 is you.
Right.
Hey, bro, we got to split this.
But allegedly, and I don't want to say the proper wording correctly, but a lot of in this business of entertainment, a lot of people are paired with such and such, and there's such and
It's
such
a lot of
might have
arrangements, yeah.
right. It's like arrangements, and it's allegedly. I don't know for sure, but I'm just saying like a lot of that stuff is based off that you see what Anthony Edwards did to his baby mama, paid off child support. That's a bit like that was a business deal because she got the hell on. So. It's like there's no authenticity in relationships no more. Even for marriages, like you said, because once that contract is up, they go to another man's yard. Right. So
Well, contracts are contracts.
Right.
If my contract is up, nigga, I can go on.
Right.
right.
But speaking of marriage is a business, and when it comes to
Hold on, even like regular businesses, like on our level, kind of.
yeah, marriage is a business, man.
Absolutely.
You think so?
Yeah, man. Like, man, when you got kids and stuff, you're not willing for one to give up everything you got. You know,
yeah.
to say, hey, let's
you worked hard for. True.
I'm not doing that, man.
Right.
And some people do get to a point like, okay, we've been married 10 years, maybe it's time to move on, but it ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got somebody that's halfway decent, I say just hang in there, man, because it ain't worth losing everything you got. You know?
Let me ask y'all this. What's the deal breaker? Because, see, there's only certain stuff that I can get past certain stuff, but there's always a deal breaker that's like, nigga, I ain't going for that.
She got to shoot me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit. What she do?
Pow!
Oh wow.
That's the only deal breaker.
So she got to do a domestic charge on you.
How many kids we got? 2. Okay. I'm like, getting that to my house.
I ain't going nowhere, cuz.
Not a day child support age.
Wow.
I ain't paying no more child.
Oh, my God.
Man, I just got out child support.
Well, I know you celebrating like hell,
Yeah,
boy.
yeah, man.
You
You think I'm-
celebrate, but you
Nah.
start over though, so you got the other two. You better keep
Yeah.
that one, the
Yeah,
wife
yeah,
happy
yeah.
at home.
Yeah.
She got to shoot me 2 times.
Wow.
Pow, pow. Okay, yeah, he done.
So you saying that marriage is a business, but
Yeah.
is there any really authenticity in it? And why do you think men really suck? Well, I'm not gonna say all men, because apparently Mary J. Blige ex-husband Kendu Isaac took from her, and like you said, Josiah Bell took from Journey. So I guess it's more like men are more coming up off of this.
Right. Both sides are coming up off of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So is it? I mean, because there's really no leverage.
I'm gonna tell you this, man. Not to kind of throw it off, but the most successful marriages are when you kind of go 50-50.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna be honest with you, because a lot of marriages fail when you had a man saying, "I got everything,"
Right.
and woman, you stay here, you ain't got to work, you just do this, and then when something happened to him, I seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
And then she like, "Oh, I got to get a job,"
Yeah.
and she can't afford their lifestyle. You see what I'm saying?
True, but I've seen where dudes marry the woman and she doesn't have nothing to offer but her back and her legs.
So then why
But
you marry her?
thing. Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
poor decision.
If I'm dating a woman, she's got to have something to bring to the table besides her legs and besides everything. She got to have a business minded. She got to take my mom places. She's got to have all those things. So why get married though? Because you're gonna take from me, or I'm gonna take from you.
But you can build together though.
But I'm gonna take it from you. I can take it from you, or you can take it from me.
But you're saying it as if you're going in it like I'm going to get a divorce. If you don't,
No, I'm not saying that. But if something goes wrong,
Yeah.
I can take it. You can take it.
That's why you have a prenup and a postnup.
There you go.
Well, people don't do prenups no more.
I'm doing a prenup, postnup, and just in case nup. I'm doing all the nups. Because I don't know how factual this is. If what I heard was true, I think Monique was married to someone previous to her.
Before
current-
Sydney. Before Sydney.
Right.
Right.
She was. She had a prenup.
Right.
But
Right.
she was the prenup only took care of the stuff that she had prior to marrying him. So it had nothing to do with marital property.
But so take it for that example. If you saying the prenup, and like you said, you come and join, and y'all been in business together, and she.
Now I'm okay with that.
Hold this tight though. But you come to business together, but you didn't put no work in. Not you personally, but the husband put all the work in, and the wife is on there. She's going to get half of that credibility, and she might not have done nothing. Just like Jada Pinkett,
Right.
she's going to take half of shit Will Smith if they ever break up.
But that's why you should have did the prenup and the postnup.
Right, in the
My
beginning.
prenup is I don't want to. Anything that I built before you is mine. Anything I built during you is mine. Only thing we.
But in the marriage, sometimes you might not pull your load. Even your name is on the credibility.
Right.
You might not pull your load, and you still get accountable.
Well, no, I'm
just
not
because that's saying you personally.
Yeah.
But you still get a credibility because your name is on their business, or
Correct.
your name is on, or he started business his name. But if he's married, she's still gonna get that, even though her name is not on that.
After a certain amount of
But
years.
even if her name is not on that, she's still gonna get that.
after a certain amount of years. Yeah. She put
But why? She didn't do anything.
Because the contract wasn't right. That's what the prenup is contract. Right. You set all that up before you even get started. If you saying like, okay, I'm gonna do this business, now you need to go ahead and figure out, okay, you want me on this business or not? I'm not. If I start a business today and I get married tomorrow, if I want him on the business, I'm gonna say, okay, you're gonna get this percentage, and we're gonna do all this paperwork. I'm not gonna just put you on there for no reason.
But most people don't think it like that though. Like
You're
you thinking.
not stupid.
Well, mathematically, yeah.
Business is business. The whole thing is business. Everything is business in the world. I don't care how you slice it. It's business.
It's some benefits to it, man. Like marriage, like one thing, even relationships. Sometimes you gonna do 80%, she gonna do 20%.
Right.
And it's gonna go vice versa. So,
Right, a man can't do everything.
yeah, but the thing is, men got to stop going out here trying to go get what people say. Oh, she's a 10. Man, get you a good woman that's good for you, and don't get caught up in all that other stuff. Get you a woman that got something, that got business about herself. Because some guys go off for all these looks, and you ain't gonna live the way you want to live. You just focus on.
But
the
let's
woman.
play a part.
Yeah, for broke people. For broke people, man.
I'll say this: you do have to be attracted to him at least.
Yeah.
But
that's looks.
I'm saying, yeah.
But it depends on what your attraction is.
Right.
Because it could be a mental
Okay, so
attraction.
let me ask you this question. All right, so we know that some celebrities are facially challenged. We ain't gonna name drop, but they got the baddest women out there.
Right.
They got the baddest
they got
baddest
the
dudes.
biggest pocket.
They got
That's
the bigger
why.
pocket. Yeah.
Let's be real. You know what some people out there like that.
Yeah. Oh
It's,
yeah.
it's a men out there like that. 'Cause
Oh,
they-
yeah.
Don't kick it like it's only women that be doing it.
No,
Men be doing it too.
yeah. 100%.
Yeah, it's
You
a
know,
lot
so-
of little Ugmos out there though.
Boy, I don't know. I'm staying away from the marriage thing. I do a long term commitment, but I ain't.
You doing a long time, so you've never been married,
No, I don't want to.
and you don't never want to get married.
I'm scared. For what?
Of what?
You gonna take half of the shit I work for?
Not if I just told you what to
I'm
do.
not gonna be thinking about that. I'm gonna
Prenup,
think about, man. She put it on me, man. Me and her lips, you know.
That's
It's
your
gonna be-
fault.
I know. No, you know what? It's y'all fault because
How?
Adam ate the damn apple because of Eve. Damn, hell
First
yeah.
of all, Eve ain't even. I ain't even related to Eve. That ain't
So
my
you-
cousin. So I don't like that bitch no way. 'Cause every time she did that, them cramps ain't no punk nigga. Eve.
You say Adam was a simp. He was a baby.
No, it was Eve's fault. It
Oh,
was
okay.
Eve's fault. She
I
was never
agree.
eating the apple. Yeah.
Yeah,
See, she talking about prenup. I'm like, yeah, baby, it was good. I married you tomorrow. I was like, yeah, come on. We ain't gonna think about that shit.
I will say
I
it
get what
was-
you're saying, but most men ain't gonna think like that.
I would
Or
say it
woman.
is Eve's fault, but you dumb as hell for biting the apple. Like, if you let Eve influence you, like, who really stupid?
Women are manipulative, man.
Absolutely.
Great manipulators. Better than men.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. I just
I
want them to
don't
stay
know
there.
that.
Okay.
I
know
was
who
raised
they
by a
should-
black mom. You don't think I know that? Come on now.
They should have had a Nikisha.
Right. Other news, man. Zion's in hot water.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know if the rent was due, but since he been drafted, dog, he hasn't played anything. So he signed that big contract.
Right. He can't get his knees right. But I think
He's overweight. You need to go on the football field, sir. You sound like you about to take a shit. No.
I saw him before. He looked solid, man. Because people say overweight, but some people are just naturally healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can't be little. He can't. The way his body
It's not about being
structure, man.
little. It's about being in shape.
The dude look like he in shape, man.
Oh, my God.
But the thing is, I
This
think
nigga ain't even got a neck.
Yeah, I think he being set up, man.
He ain't got no neck. He being set up. He didn't pay the rent.
I think he is with the ladies.
He didn't pay the rent.
Yeah, I think he being set up, man.
The rent was due. He didn't pay
Rent
it.
will do.
Okay.
Yeah, he being set
I
up.
don't know nothing about that. I just say the rent due, then that means the job ain't get done. So when I say the rent is due, he didn't get the job done. But he, Mariah Mills, the porn star, he was I'm like, you done seen all shapes and sizes. You a dick specialist at this point. How you want some money?
Right. How she come? That was in 2023.
3, right, 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So it seemed like ever since after the Bill Cosby thing, like everybody think they can just come back years later, because I'm waiting on him to have a stud come, because Bill had one.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But even the things with allegedly with the black women, the DDG thing, the Haley Bailey, it's all just like
Right.
Uncle Shannon.
Right. It's something going on. It's almost like it's an agenda.
Kiki Palmer.
Yeah.
What she do?
Her boyfriend was that Darius?
Yeah.
Light skinned
from
Darius.
Usher, from the Usher ring.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Trey Songz will get through it. It's I could keep naming names, but it's been a lot of them going through it. That black women are saying that it was abusive, and attacked them. But I'm like, Cassie, another one.
Man,
So it's just
I feel so sorry for her husband.
to my
How can you sit in there and listen to everything that she went through and still be like, yeah, I'm riding with you?
Like, every trash might be a trash man treasure, or however they say. Your trash might be that old man's treasure, that homeless man treasure, however you say it. So
couldn't have been a black man.
No,
couldn't have been me.
I'm trying to tell you.
Shit.
I don't know about that, dog. No,
you
you know how we are towards our freaks. Once that girl sucked dick back in high school,
our freaks, like
black woman. We know she was a freak in high school.
Hey,
she's a freak at 40 years old. That's a felony to black people.
Man,
oh my God.
that worse than getting shot, man. Like,
that is like a felony. But she's a freak. She behind the bleachers. She got married and have kids. No, hey,
horrible.
Yeah, man, that's oh man. Can you imagine being in court?
That's the problem. Like, he's sitting there listening to all this stuff that she done did and went through. I know every time they said something, now Peter in the mouth, shotgun.
Right.
Shotgun, like,
wow.
And he just kissing all on the baby. I love you. And then
Ain't
they
no
say
way.
Laura London. They tried to say he got Laura London.
Right.
Wow.
Wow.
He was with Nipsey.
She with Nipsey, right in Nipsey's face. And I remember the when they was in the studio, and when Nipsey made that fire-ass song, what song? I get back to it, but he made that fire-ass song, and Diddy gonna tell him to quit clapping, and Nipsey was like, "Nah, I'm gonna keep clapping."
So he challenged Diddy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nipsey
okay.
didn't play that, man.
Oh, okay.
You know
and
what
then
I'm
you got a
saying?
Jane Doe in the Williamson case too. So and she's white, so it's
There you go.
Mariah Mills a white one. Y'all, man, I don't know. I guess if I had that type of one, I'm gonna get me a chick that work at Crystals. These high class chicks, they getting their money.
But it happened to Kobe.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Kobe went for the booty, man. So it's like, and like now, man, like
that was a bomb there.
But the Kobe thing seemed like a setup. Because I think the young lady was kin to the doctor somewhere.
Oh I heard some relationship going on, but
like,
I can't pinpoint.
And then she want to come and she was there for Kobe. Like whatever you want, whatever you need, I'm here.
Oh, she gave her Coming to America.
Yeah. So it's just seemed like they're being set up, man. You reach a certain status. And you start getting close to that 100 mil.
The rent is due. I don't know nothing about the status of. I don't know nothing about it, man. But what's your take on Sean Kemp, man? I never thought Sean Kemp wasn't a great basketball player. I thought he was decent because he had ups. He's like a Blake Griffin. He didn't really have. Kemp was. I don't think Kemp was a great. He was okay. He was good, but he wasn't great.
Sean Kemp had like a Pee Wee.
He's at the Hall of the Fame. He ain't in the Hall of Fame.
Nah, Sean Kemp was decent, man. Sean Kemp
on a
was
scale
decent.
of 1 to 10, I give Kemp a strong 7.
Nah, I give him like a 9.
I give him a 7.
Kemp was a beast, man.
He was dominant. He was a dominant player. Yes, he was. But he didn't really have a shooting game. He really couldn't shoot.
But he was one of the best dunkers out there. He reminded me like a Dominique.
That's the only thing you can hold to me though. He can't really shoot. He can't really play defense.
He was a good 3-point shooter.
No, he was not.
Sean Kemp.
No, he was not.
You talking about Sean?
Yeah,
Jr.
your eye time is kicking in, nigga.
Dog.
No,
Sean
Kemp. No,
Sean Kemp. We talking about the same Sean, the one with the Pee Wee.
Well, the man got the same lip structure. Yeah, hell yeah.
Sean Kemp was a good shooter, man.
No, he was not. He was a dunker, like you said. A Blake Griffin 2.0.
That's decent then.
I said a 7. That's decent.
So who you can compare it to then? Who's the 7?
Your speech right now is a 7, nigga.
Yeah, I can get that. Shit. but
he wasn't.
Who can you compare him to?
I said Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin. Sean Kemp better than that, man.
Nah.
Sean Kemp.
At least Blake Griffin had a okay shoot. But nonetheless, he pleaded guilty.
Right.
Since we can't talk about he pleaded guilty to the shooting.
Yeah.
So
it's just so much going on with the culture, man.
right, a lot.
Like I don't know if it's like a almost like a spiritual war going on or something. Like get the black folks out of here.
But he pled guilty though.
Huh?
He pled guilty.
He don't know no better. Shit, don't just give yourself.
You know why he
like
got?
that.
You know why he got the lead though.
Huh?
You know why he got that lead? Got the lead because of Snowflake.
Right.
Snowflake on the nose.
Right. Right.
I thought you were gonna say because he got the same lip structure.
Nah.
Nigga, you had said that, threw me off, nigga. I was like, what?
Oh, man,
He in love, man.
No,
He
shut
love
up.
Sean Kemp.
Not at all. Not at all. No.
Man.
No, but he pleaded guilty to that. So
Yeah.
apparently, I assume he had something to do with it, or he just thought he couldn't beat it.
Nah, man, you gotta fight, man. But when you feel like you guilty, man, like I'm just not gonna give myself up that easy.
Well, they're gonna sentence him in August of this year, so
but they gonna
he's facing time.
Now I would take it up from on the basketball, but Sean Kemp, but they gonna get him, boy, cause the way he built, you know what I'm saying? I don't talk about no man.
But he put on some weight. Talk about no what?
You know how he built like he got a BBL, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he big. Sean Kemp put some weight on.
Man,
oh, yeah, but
he gonna be in there getting dunked. Well, man, I don't know, Sean. You shouldn't have gave yourself up like that. You couldn't get no. Man, they got. You could have got you a lawyer fresh out of college, man. To at least try to fight for you.
Right.
Before he just said guilty, he went in there guilty. Like he just wanted to be where he was at.
Right. Y'all stay posted on that.
Yeah, man.
Y'all heard about the I'm like, I can't even get my shit. Indiana Pacers, OKC,
Yeah.
championship game. It's trash.
Yeah.
I gave up on sports. It's too smart. Nobody likes them unless they're from that particular market. That's it. Indiana may win a game. I'm not gonna watch it. I think it's gonna be trash. The rate's gonna be really, really down.
I watch it, but nobody thought those two teams would make it.
Right, exactly.
You know,
Minnesota would have been a much better fit, or New York.
yeah, other Lakers or something like that.
No.
Yeah, the
No.
Lakers.
No.
You know,
LeBron.
that's,
Speaking of Lakers, this is LeBron's last ride. So speaking of this is his last. Next year's his last go round.
yeah,
It's
old.
time. He old.
His
yeah.
body old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He like in basketball, he like 64. You know, in a possible 5. His body though, you know, all that jumping and running and stuff like, and then you know he missing that little hair there. You know, come on over, LeBron. Come on over. We waiting on you, dog. We waiting on you.
So-
what team you like?
Lakers all day long.
See, that's what I'm saying. You know,
Y'all can go to hell. I'm a Bulls fan. I represent my team hard.
you know who I represent.
Oh yeah, You
Hey.
get on.
Come
get on the
on,
back
bro.
of the bus.
Hey,
back of the
Atlanta
bus.
Hawks,
Ain't nobody
man.
Back
think
of the
about no
bus.
damn Hawks.
Trae Young, man.
He gonna be
Trae
gone next year.
Nah, Trae ain't leaving.
Yes, he is. They gonna have to do something with him because he can't play with anybody.
Why?
They had Dante Murray. They had Jalen Johnson. He got
Dante
hurt.
Murray was the wrong pick anyway. He shouldn't. He wouldn't gel well with Trae anyway.
Wow.
Trae, because
This is the Atlanta talk. Go ahead.
yeah, because it was like you starting two point guards. You know what I'm saying?
But DeJounte more of a shooting guard. Though. Trey's a point
He
guard.
was a point guard when he was with the
San
Spurs.
Antonio, yeah.
So it was like playing 2 point.
But he can score though.
Huh?
He can score. Yeah, Dante can score.
Yeah, he have his moments, but he ain't consistent like Trae.
Trey caused too many turnovers. He's a turnover machine. Look, see, there you go. There you go. There you go with that shit.
Nah.
He's a turnover machine. Like Westbrook. I think Westbrook, he's a turnover machine.
I agree with you on Westbrook.
And
but
Trae Young, yes.
Man, Trae is a shot maker.
No, a shot turnover
Clutch.
maker.
If you in the clutch, you want Trae Young or who's somebody on the Bulls?
We got Kobe White.
Jacoby White.
They got Kobe White.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I could have named
At least we got a championship, nigga. Let me talk about my boys
now,
like that.
he got good hair. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. But
Yo, this is an example of somebody that loves Atlanta, that lives Atlanta all
man.
their life, and they have never left Atlanta outside of 285. This is a demonstration right here, okay?
Hey.
Right here. Keep camera rolling.
Atlanta
Camera
bread,
rolling.
man.
Atlanta
bread, gotta
Atlanta
love.
shout.
Hey.
I love Atlanta shout.
Hey.
Atlanta shout. I love Atlanta. This is what you have right here.
you know what I'm saying? But when his family is Atlanta, Detroit, LA,
Oh my god.
yeah, that's it. We got some more somewhere.
Well, I'm good. I'm good. I
yeah.
represent Chicago. I'm good. Fuck y'all. I'm good.
Okay.
Shit.
The hell with Chicago.
The hell
Hey.
with Atlanta.
Hey, who Chicago have?
Jordan
John
and Pippen
and Pippen.
and Phil Jackson.
And what kids
Who y'all
know
had?
them?
Lenny Wilkins, big
Dominique.
alien pump,
We had
forehead,
okay.
Spud Webb,
But
wearing
think about
size
Jordan,
12,
though.
and he's 5'3".
John was in the early 1900s.
Y'all had John Concat. Get the hell out of here.
Who?
John Concat. White boy had this slick ass S curl. Used to brick threes all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't know you on the line team.
But Jordan, I know John Concat, but Jordan was terrible with that Pippen. He was terrible.
And other news.
Right. Everybody keep talking about Jordan. Jordan was terrible, man.
Okay. Mhm. But Trae Young is your savior.
Detroit was putting that whipping on Jordan.
And Pippen stepped that game up.
Right.
But Jordan had to step his up too. Yeah, you suck.
Jordan
I say
was terrible.
Oh,
man.
man, whatever.
Jordan, Dominique to me was better than Jordan.
Man,
Penny Hardaway
man.
was better than Jordan.
Man, you know what? This
Penny Hardaway.
This is the relapse of Atlanta. He is definitely
not
from
to
Atlanta,
change
y'all.
it, but I guarantee if Penny Hardaway could have stayed healthy, he would have been better than Jordan. I dare anybody challenge me on that. Penny Hardaway.
He is from Atlanta. Remember this.
And Penny Hardaway
He's from
not
Atlanta.
from Atlanta.
He's from Atlanta.
That's
He
right.
is. He's from
That's right,
Atlanta.
man.
This is how they think. This is how they talk. Okay.
Hey, man.
This is how they think.
We know what we
Close
talking
up,
about.
please. A close up. A close up. Man, what's up with these bounty hunters, man? 50,000 each.
Right.
Groves and Massey. You know, it's funny. It's like black folks got a parlay on this shit. And I got my money on Groves. Because Groves he not getting on social media.
Right.
He gone. Like,
Right. But Massive is shooting videos and everything.
but they tracked him down and he was gone. So that's some slick shit. He might record that video like 2 days. And then he asked for Trump help, NBA YoungBoy, Meek Mill. Who else was he as? I can't even think of the person he asked.
I know the main one is the Trump.
Trump, right.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this. Does he have a point, though?
I think he do. And people just not listening. Because people looking at him like he a criminal anyway, being from, they broke out of jail in Louisiana, New Orleans,
Right.
whatever. So, people already looking at him like a criminal, but he knows something. If he asking for help, this man got papers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was like, they let me out of jail, so.
Right. But let me ask you this, like, when does it come to a point to where the media, because the media is like, they the hype man. They don't have to have all the facts. I can say you did something.
Right.
Oh, Tank did this. Cole did this. Without any type of proof, without any type of documents or whatever, people are easily manipulated by that.
Right. Because the media, the media report us different. Like
Yeah.
if they report a white person, they were like, oh, it was, maybe they was going through mental distress, even though they broke out of jail, but a black person, oh, he armed and dangerous, and they,
Right.
Yeah, so what do you think about something like that, Michelle?
Well, I don't even know what story y'all talking about. Who the hell and what happened?
It's the
Massey, the tattoos on his face, because one got the tattoo on the face, and then the other one is Groves.
I don't know who Massey
Okay,
is.
so
New Orleans.
10 inmates escaped from the Louisiana prison.
Okay, I heard about that.
Right,
Okay,
so
right.
it's 2. They got 8, but it's 2 on the run.
Right.
So the one with the tattoos that's out, he made a video about he was set up
Yeah.
and he's calling for help for Trump, and he's calling for help, and me and him dissecting like at a point, when do the media admit fault, or
Right.
is it really just targeted to a certain demographic or a certain audience?
Right.
And the media has never said, "Oh, we're sorry." They've never apologized for being wrong.
Right.
They just throw it out there. You catch it. And
Oh, yeah, they're
people
not
are
going to take no retract.
Right.
Yeah.
People, and that's what we're dissecting, because we feel like the media need to hold themselves accountable. You throwing this information out, people on Facebook and all the social media platforms, and they get this information. You're not owning up to what you did. You wrong.
Yeah.
You wrong. You're not making no public announcement that you was wrong. Not you,
media
but
can get sued
social
too.
media.
People just don't do it.
right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I'm serious about these contracts.
No.
Contracts for everything. You hear me?
Right.
I
But
would sue the
yeah.
shit out there.
So it's like $50,000 a head now
Yeah.
Right.
to get them, and it's like maybe he got a point. So when
Yeah.
do we sit
Right.
down and think to say, hey, he might be on to something.
Right. Correct.
Let's research this. But the media is not going to do that. People gonna be like, oh, blah, blah, blah.
Because they don't care.
Right.
They don't care. They just reporting the news. They don't give a damn.
Right.
Right.
Because Massey, he's saying that they actually let him out.
Right.
Oh.
And they set it up to like,
He broke out.
right, he broke out.
Oh, no, that's messed up. No.
And they say he broke out.
But when does
multiple
the
times.
point come to a time that people think to say, well, maybe he might be right, and maybe he
Right.
got a point? But people just steady believing that the story happened the way it happened, the way the media is
Because that's what they
reporting.
want to believe.
Right. So,
Contract.
Right.
oh yeah,
I'd be suing the
yeah.
hell out there, I'm telling you.
I can see
Right.
Michelle now. I broke out, but y'all got I got this contract.
Goddamn right.
Right.
Somebody going to jail. It's not going to be me.
Yeah, they be like, put your hands up. Not before you sign this contract.
All right, we're gonna get to this. This is very heartbreaking, disturbing. I kind of don't want to talk about it, but this needs to be addressed. Bobby McAfee, 62-year-old man from Petersburg, Florida, sexually assaulted 8-year-old boy.
Yeah.
He was HIV positive.
Right.
The little boy's HIV positive now.
Right.
This is just, it's like, I'm disgusted with it. At this point, I'm like, throw away the key. Because it's like, yeah, it's terrible. You left, we had Sober Scooter in here, as well as Dr. Camille in here,
Yeah.
talking about the mental health and the trauma.
Right.
He's traumatized, but that's a last onset trauma, man.
Right.
And it's like, you want it to go away, but can it really go away? Something like that. That's just devastating. Yeah. He's in jail.
As he should be. He need to be under jail.
Right. But
Why don't they? Can he get the death sentence?
well, it's still early.
Well,
It's still
He
early.
need to get electrocuted.
well,
But you got a white man that from Texas peed in all the Gatorade, and he had herpes, and the people that drunk it, yeah. And then you heard about the man that gave his wife AIDS.
Yeah.
She died.
right.
So it's like I don't know. But the white dude that pissed the Gatorades for the people, he got 6 years. He didn't get a lot of
That's
time.
it.
6 years.
He,
They gave them an incurable disease. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. That's why he should be sentenced to death.
Like herpes can't kill you,
Yeah,
but
you
it's
can
still
live with it,
right.
yeah.
But
Nobody want the herb.
but people
you
live
don't
with
want
HIV
AIDS,
too,
though.
though. People
Yeah.
You
live
don't
with
want
HIV.
no disease.
Right.
But
No,
I mean,
true. No, you're right,
That's
but
horrible.
it's devastating.
They
It
should be
is.
able to. If they not gonna put him under the jail, they should at least let him catch a fade.
Now let's be real. Now if he was in Dubai or other countries, he would have been stoned.
Oh,
he
yeah,
would have
that
been
kid.
guillotined.
Chop his arm
And
off.
I think America need to probably get back to that on
Absolutely.
certain things. Not no death. Ain't no 20 years or no death row. Y'all got the facts right here. We need to go ahead and get
That's
this.
horrible.
We go ahead and knock this deal out now.
What goes through your mind where you decide I'm just gonna piss in Gatorade? That just don't.
But you
Don't
heard
register.
it's just
But it's some sick people out
it's
here.
sick people out there, man. It
But
is.
speaking of the guy that molested the 8-year-old boy,
I
even
want to go beat his ass myself. I
Yeah,
want to
you
go
should.
for well, that's
Even-
ridiculous, bro.
even
A baby
even if they don't lock him up for a long time, they gonna kill him in jail.
prison.
Because
Yeah.
the one thing about in prison, they don't play about kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you gave this boy, that's almost demonic almost.
It's
You know what I'm saying?
demonic. It is.
You
100%.
gave him HIV
Horrible.
and he 8 years old, but you molested a kid.
Right.
Now if he was over in, like he said, one of them countries like Africa, but they would have cut his ding-a-ling off, man.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, they don't
Where's
play.
Lorena Bobbitt when you need her?
Right.
Man.
Right.
That should be the punishment. Go on, get her.
Yeah, man.
My prayers go out to the little boy's family.
yeah.
This is just devastating, and I know that you got kids, and our viewers got kids. So this is just, and I love kids. I think kids are just like a pride of joy. Yeah, they bad. Yeah, they hard headed, but we were too. So,
Right. And I have an 8-year-old.
so none of. And I know you that
and-
definitely can relate to you.
and
So
that's a
And
gun.
what about the family though? Like, I mean, because I know the baby's gonna be traumatized, but like the
family,
the
right?
family
Yeah, this
gonna
is
have
like a
mental
domino
stuff
effect
too,
for
yeah.
sure. For sure, it's a domino effect.
But this is when you start shooting. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? This
yeah,
when
yeah.
pow, 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 pow.
Yeah.
That's when you bring the shooting in, cause
Right.
you got to put. That's when it come time when you gotta, when you tell your kid you'll die for him.
Yeah.
That's when you gotta step in and do that, man.
All right, man. We're gonna wrap it up with a salute the funk legend, Chicago Mike Sumler. R.I.P. to him. Chicago Mike. He
R.I.P.,
joined Kool
man.
and the Gang, 1985.
85,
He was a
yeah.
styles and choreographer. Known for indie. He was like the hype man for Kool and the Gang.
Right.
So very down to earth brother, man. He died in a car crash in Cobb County.
Right.
So our condolences go to him. We respect, artists, people of all walks of life, man. He's definitely going to be missed. I know some people were touched back, because some people met him personally. So he was just such a down to earth brother, man.
Right.
So my prayers go out to the fans as well as his family. So
and it was a day after my birthday, May 25th.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so,
yeah,
yeah.
it was, he from my understanding, he was a good guy, man.
Right,
And he helped
right.
a lot of people.
Right.
So yeah.
right. Brian McKnight, uncle. Son died. R.I.P. to Brian McKnight. Speaking of death,
Son.
Nico, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
Nico. Yeah, he passed away. Colon cancer. He was 32 years old.
Cold Nico.
Colon cancer. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, colon cancer. Brian McKnight is furious because his uncle Claude, right? Yeah, Claude spoke
Claude,
out against it, and Brian McKnight at one point disowned his kids, and his fan base kind of like did that. Brian McKnight's a dope artist. I like
Right.
Brian McKnight, especially
Absolutely.
growing up. One last cry, one last
I
cry.
used to have a dude. Let me tell you something. It was a dude that had a crush on me. He used to sing that to me every night.
That
I'd be
was a
like,
shit. You should be mine.
So what
Do I
He
cross
used to
your
sing One Last Cry to me
mind?
every night. I'd be like, okay,
Anytime. Do you wake up reaching for me? Brian McKnight was good.
did you go to sleep on it?
oh yeah.
Brian McKnight, Brian McKnight was that guy. But he disowned his kids, and it's like it called it trauma. It was Clyde because he was kind of furious on it. Like Clyde said, "Why did you, Brian?
Clyde
Why'd you go on
McKnight,
TikTok?
yeah.
But you disowned your kids, so
Yeah.
somebody had to say something. So
Right.
it's just
But I mean, that might be his point. Because it's like, why did you have to say anything at all?
right. But I'm with Brian McKnight because they need to heal, and I just
Right.
think they need to come as one. You
Right.
you lost a nephew, you lost a
Right.
son. That's just tragic
But-
on both ends.
Exactly.
So.
But how do we know if he really wasn't around his kid? Because you can't believe everything.
Oh yeah,
you
yeah,
see on
yeah.
True.
Right.
social
This is
media.
alleged
Yeah.
information, by the way. I want you to be like, oh
Yeah.
no, this is not.
Yeah, because they quick to say things, and like he did say, that's very private.
Right,
Yeah.
private,
You know,
right.
yeah.
And I feel like everybody go to social media, everything. Before I call you, I'm about to go to Facebook and I'm about to go to social media.
Right.
So,
Just,
R.I.P. to
Cole,
Cole.
Nico.
Yeah. So.
McKnight, yeah. So.
All right,
R.I.P.
never us lip locking, talking about these. I like we finna interview Miss Michelle, baby.
Yes, sir.
How you
The
doing?
one and only.
Great.
I know she was like, yeah, yeah, these.
Oh, no, I'm
yeah,
just
I'm
chilling.
messing with now. What made you start comedy? As a woman, as a predominantly male industry, what made you just want to just, pull your claws out or just or add flavor to the comedy game?
Well, actually, I've been a fan of comedy for years. I didn't realize it until I had to be at the comedy club all the time. So, because I've been like, I've always, watched Def Jam, Comedy View. I've always been a fan of like since I was 14.
The art.
Right.
But I'm a makeup artist first,
Okay.
and I used to do makeup for Wanda Smith.
Oh, R.I.P.
So-
to Wanda Smith.
R.I.P.
to
Because
Wanda
of that,
Smith.
yes.
Right. Yeah.
Because of that, I was in the comedy clubs all the time.
Oh, okay.
So I'm behind the scenes, and while I'm back there, I'm sitting there chilling, networking, talking to people, whatever. That's actually how I ended up starting my podcast, because I'm back there chilling, I'm bored, and I'm messing with the comedians. I'm just like, I'm gonna turn this into a podcast.
Oh, okay. Because you back there
I ain't
anyway.
doing shit. No, I'm talking to them.
You back there.
But by being back there all the time, and I'm kind of seeing how it's going and what's going on, I was like, I might want to try that, but didn't. Kind of step back for a minute. I was just like, no, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, do my makeup, do my podcast, chill, whatever. And I think it was 2021? 2021, I was on a movie set. I was doing makeup when another fellow comedian, Ashley Chaffon's my homegirl. Shout out to Ashley, another comedian.
Yeah.
And we were just talking. She was like, I want to do comedy. I was like, I was thinking about it, but I don't know. She was like, let's do it together. I was like, bet. Been doing it ever since.
Oh, so you just kind of fell in love with being around the people.
Like, I mean, I've always done, not necessarily done comedy. I've always been comical, but unaware.
Right.
Like,
So you had the
just-
talent, but you just had to utilize
I
it.
just never use it because like,
Well, Wanda Smith was a comedian too. I know
Yeah.
she
Funny, very funny.
Yeah, very funny. She was
Yeah.
funny. It's funny story, and it's a sad. I know her and the thing Cat Williams went viral, so that kind of just when that
Went
happened,
left.
it just downslide everything. But prior to that, she was on the Frank Ski show for a long time, and then she had the show with Ryan Cameron. So she's been locally known around.
oh yeah.
Did she have like a major influence of you just like
Well,
get?
no, that's what I'm saying. I didn't want to do comedy then. I was just makeup artist.
Did she give you an advice or tips before she passed on comedy?
No, cause she didn't know that I was doing comedy. Like I'm saying, all that. Like, in other words, when I was in the comedy lane, I was only there because of her.
Right.
Because
Okay.
I'm doing her makeup every day, so I'm meeting comedians and I'm seeing people, whatever. But I wasn't thinking about doing comedy then.
Okay.
Like,
how long
I
you
was
been doing?
just-
How long you been doing stand up?
5 years.
Okay, 5 years.
So yeah, I mean,
so you kind of knew.
So
I'm new to the comedy game as far as on stage, but
Right.
because when I say I've been in the comedy game 2015, like behind the scenes, backstage. If I'm not doing makeup, I'm back there clowning with somebody. So I've always kind of been in like the entertainment field, radio, all that stuff. But I wasn't even thinking about comedy then. It just so happens, like my friend's like, you need to do comedy. I'm like, no, I don't think about no comedy. And then met up with my homegirl, but just like, hey, nigga, let's do this comedy shit. And we like, all right, bet.
Okay.
And then shouts out to Alton Walker. That's one of my mentors. I remember when I used to be at the comedy club all the time, I would see him when people would get off the stage. He would always give them gems. Like, hey, you need to punch this up. You need to do this.
And that's good.
And
And we need that. We need
right.
that.
And most people don't do. Now that I'm in the comedy game, I'm seeing like people don't do that.
Right.
And I remember like the last time I saw him prior to now I'm cool with him, real cool with him now. But I saw him at Atlanta Comedy Theater,
Right.
and I was like, hey, bro, you need to give a class.
I
And
think
he was
I
like,
there.
what you mean? And I was like a comedy class. And I was like,
right.
I always see you dropping gems
Right.
with comedians,
That's
and
right.
people don't do that. He was like, I'm thinking about, I was like, I'm going to stay on your ass. You need to do it. And he was just like, all right, bro, whatever. And I'm like a week would go by. I'm like, hey, nigga, you started the class yet? Nah, I'm going to get on with like 2 weeks
Right.
later. Hey, you started the class yet? No. And then like maybe like a month passed, he was like, and he sent me a flyer. He was like, I was like, okay, class in session.
Okay.
And then he actually helped me, build my. He helped a lot of us. Ashley, Nate Russ. Shout out to Ant. Like all my comedy friends. We started
Right.
in that class as like, cause we were all funny. But he helped us build and figure like this is how you do it. Now anything else you got to figure out yourself. But at least this is how you start.
Right. So you been
Foundation.
right,
Yeah.
right, foundation.
And that's good, man, because most of my people are in California.
Okay.
So like when I leave here, I'm on Zoom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Going so, but that's good for you to have like Alton. I've been around you, Alton, and like I was about to say Marvin Hunter and
Yep.
all them
Now,
guys.
Marvin,
Shout
funny
out to
dude.
Marvin.
Yeah,
Marvin's
they
stupid
funny.
funny.
Yeah.
Alton fun. Yeah, Marvin. I love Willington.
Oh yeah,
Willington,
absolutely.
and-
That was just
and-
hilarious.
Yeah. So
Oh, to Maduku?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got that African. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
Will's dog ass. No, Will's
And-
cool. He's cool. He's cool.
You got a lot of what I'm not trying to get off topic, but you got a lot of good comedians down here that got that old school good flavor. You
Yeah.
know,
Right.
you got
Yeah.
your Lab Love, your Steve
Oh,
Brown.
yeah.
you
Right.
got and these young cats don't and Rodney Perry and these young cats don't have sense enough to say, hey, let me just be quiet and respect and watch them and see how they work this art.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
instead of going on Instagram saying, "Oh, look at me, I got 1 million followers." No, this is it's a process.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
And you gotta like I've been in 5 years too.
Mm-hmm.
So, but before I touch the stage, I learned how to write for 2 years before I even touched the stage.
Yeah.
I learned how to write because I always been funny, but I need to know the art.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've been watching comedy since I was a kid.
Right.
You know, and I love old school comedy,
Yeah.
act out,
Good old
stuff
school.
like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I started as a writer too. So like when it came to when we got to class or whatever, writing a set was like, oh, okay, that's all this is. Because it's like we're not trying to be funny, but you know, like I started doing poetry. I sing, I songwrite, I do all that. So like to do quote unquote a joke, like you say, okay, put your premise down in the middle, circle it, and then put the fact. I'm like, oh, that's how I do poetry. Bet, let's get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a method to everything. You just got to figure out what works for you.
So let me ask you this: what's the toughest thing that you've been through since you've been doing comedy? Like, what's the number one toughest thing that you've been through that you get a lot? Or what you been through?
The only thing that I've noticed that I really don't like is just very high school. It's
Childish.
Yeah, it's
That's
so
real.
childish.
Yeah.
It's so
That's
it's like
real.
Very turn off. Yeah.
just do your job and go home.
That's real.
It's like,
That's-
I heard something. Who cares?
right.
It's like,
That's
God
real.
dang, nigga.
True.
And it is like for the women to a degree, we don't get the same respect that I feel like we should. Now I'm not speaking for everybody, but
Right.
sometimes it almost like you have to be overly aggressive to be heard. And I'm like, respect is respect.
Well, let me cut you off for a second. When you say that, you're in predominantly male industry. The one thing that me and we want to smash, we want to hit, you know, and I know you women like your caliber, and a lot of women deal with that type of stuff. How do you kind of just deal with, like you said, over sexualized and being an aggressor? How do you kind of just deal with that?
Well, see, I'm not talking aggressive in that way.
Okay.
Because
All right.
first of all, you ain't gonna come in stupid. Like, sir, if you don't get the fuck about my face.
Right.
But no, I mean, like, just as far as like even trying to get into the comedy club. Hey,
Right.
can I host a show? Can I do? Well, we'll let you know. Nigga,
Right, yeah.
like
yeah.
you let this little dumbass nigga over here.
Right,
That nigga
right.
ain't even funny. What the
Right,
hell?
right. Yeah, yeah. A
And
lot
it's
of
like,
that.
there's no shade, but it's just like, why does it have to be that when it could just be business?
Right.
Correct.
It's like business first. What does it
Right.
have to
Right,
do
right,
with
right.
who you are?
Don't be
Can
saying that
you
because
get
that's
the
my
business
home, but he funny, but he not funny. That's your boy. Right, right. I'm with you.
And they be
Right,
talking
it's
about
like,
stuff
come
down
on.
the street. Did
Right,
you see
right.
the train cross the
Like,
road?
yeah, we
man,
all
wait a
saw it,
minute.
nigga. It was like, what is your point of like, we don't care.
Right.
Like, and I mean, I would say this. I'm not gonna say nobody's, like people say, oh, such and such ain't funny. Everybody has an audience.
Yes.
No,
Just
100%.
because I don't think they funny don't mean they ain't funny.
Right.
They ain't
Correct.
funny to me.
100%. 100%.
So,
Correct. So I have a question. So what do you think about when male comedian hosts bring women up as we had this female comedian?
that's the dumbest shit.
Yeah, okay. Cause I don't like
so
that either.
stupid. And I sometimes I don't think they get it because some people are like, well, I think I'm getting the ladies, ready for y'all, whatever. Like, but no, like, cause it's like if we're coworkers, I don't say, hey, here come a nigga with a dick.
Right.
Right,
say-
right.
Just say,
Yeah,
our
that's
next
real.
Comedian, or
Ding-a-ling.
Right.
like this next comedian got balls. Y'all ready for him? You be like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Right,
like,
right.
It don't. Like, it's not gonna make or break the set. So it's just
Right.
like, why you can't just say the next person is?
Yeah.
Right.
Comedian Michelle C. And
That's it.
Cause I think is sometimes
It's almost like they're introducing a stripper. Y'all ready for a lady?
the first lady of the night. Yeah.
True.
I'm like that because it kind of bothers me a little bit because I be sitting, I be like, okay, we know it's a female, so
Soon as you say
just
the
bring her up
name.
as a name.
Right.
Are you afraid that she gonna be funnier than you? Because
Right.
it's some hilarious women.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like that's why I don't. And I got them in my family, but it's some hilarious stand-up comedian women. I ain't talking about the one that be talking about sex all the time. I'm talking
Right.
about actually
Yeah, no, the actual comedians, right.
And to give like toe to toe, like
Right.
even better than men. So
Right.
that's why I don't. And I think some of the men feel some type of way. That's why they be like, well, let me let them know, cause it's a woman in here, so and she gonna talk about some woman stuff. Like, no, she can talk about anything.
Well, then she
wants.
it's funny. It's funny. I don't care what you talking about.
Yeah.
Funny's funny.
That's what you're killing me.
sorry.
They gonna talk
So
about
let me
some woman
ask.
stuff.
Let me ask you this question:
Yeah.
as being in the game for 5 years, what have you learned the most as being a comedian? What has taught you? What sticks to you like a kind of like a more code of conduct or a moral that you stick by when you're doing comedy?
Keep your mouth closed and listen.
Mm.
There's so many people. That green room. Baby, listen, you don't know who in that green room. And there been plenty of times I just been sitting over there chilling, minding my business, editing video, and people just yap. And I heard, so you don't know who's in that green room. What if you talking about my cousin?
You talking?
What if you talking about my sister and I'm finna go tell her and she gonna whoop your ass right now?
Right.
Shut your mouth and just chill.
That is so true.
That's so true.
And the respect.
And
respect, it take you a long way. So
100%.
And I have to say this about you. And me, I'm a very laid back guy, and I don't really talk to too many people. But when I remember when I first met you, you had this good spirit about you. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, she cool. You know, because when you don't, you know, the outside looking in, when I first spoke to you, you speak like you almost family. You be like, you know, you got that kind of that family like.
Well, I appreciate you saying that because I have the opposite. I be like, I was hard to approach you. I thought you was. I'm like, nigga, I was chilling.
No, because you put like with the Jack Thriller, even the Pierre thing. Like when I came to you, you ain't never been stand off. You like, go. You know, you always been cool
good.
like that. So like. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I told you, like, anytime, man, you good with me. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you.
Yeah. And let's go. And I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No.
How do you feel about, like, people disrespecting the art? When I mean by that, you got people that's Instagram or social media comedians that got a huge following. And they skits are funny. Oh, I'm doing stand-up. Like, no. Yeah. And some people suck. I won't name drop, but some can. They can probably get something in there, but you're disrespecting the art.
The game.
I feel like if they take the time to learn it, it's because you just never know what's gonna pop off. So like like you said, the social media comedians, I don't think they set out to be comedians. They set out to be social media influencers,
right? Content creators, right?
An actor or whatever. But what happens is you cannot stop a comedy club to say, oh, they got 500,000 followers. Let me see if they'll do a show.
Right.
Because if I get 500,000 followers right now and they say, can you do now? Of course I can do a show, but let's just say I couldn't.
Right.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
Fuck? I'm getting that check now. I might suck, but I'm gonna get that goddamn check. But a smart person would be like, I don't know what I'm doing. Let me get some niggas that do.
Or get some advice.
Right. Okay, I know, I have 500,000 people. I can get the people to come there because at the end of the day, people don't understand. Comedy is a dinner theater.
Right.
If you can sell their wings and their liquor, they don't give a fuck what you doing.
Yeah, true. If they're eating and drinking, right.
That's what I'm saying. So the thing is, if I was in that predicament, I'm like, okay, who do I know that's hilarious? All right, let me grab this person because I know I can guarantee they're going to get X amount of money. Contract.
Right.
Get that contract.
I like that.
Hey, bro, I need you to help me goddamn write this set so we can make this bag.
That's right.
As simple as that, because it's business. I get the art form. Absolutely. You definitely want somebody to be funny on the stage. But we're in the age of talent don't matter no more.
Right.
Yes. 100%. 100%. Yes. It's about who you know and what you can.
That's it.
And you know what? One thing I've been seeing lately that the old school comedians been coming back out.
Absolutely.
And I love it, man.
Yeah, I do too.
Because the young people get to see, you got these five, but that don't mean shit. This is an art. And if we don't like, and I appreciate the OGs. We call them OGs, not always in age, but it's the respect for the amount of time you put in this art. Because if we don't correct it, we won't be able to get a union. So we got to stop these young people from going out here. Somebody look at me on Instagram. I got 500,000. No, we need to get a union in this art.
Right.
You know, so that's gonna make the difference. You know,
I think once. Not even say comedians. I mean, I guess people that's in the entertainment field, once you learn the business part and just have some kind of intelligence about yourself. Because I'm like, if you know you don't know what you're doing, seek knowledge for people that do know what they're doing.
Right.
If I know I don't know how to plant, I'm going to go get somebody that do. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you hit a stage and you know you don't know what the fuck you're doing?
Right.
Let me ask, what's your end game in this? Like, what do you want to transition? Like, what kind of mark you want to leave in the comedy game from when I hear about Michelle C? What's your slogan? What's your mark that you want to leave on the comedy game?
Well, my slogan is, I may not be everybody's cup of tea, but somebody want to sip. But
hey, you need to trademark that.
It already is. Come on now. Look at that. Come on, baby. Don't play with me. You hear me?
Boom. Okay.
But,
Contract.
But my end game is I do want my own talk show.
Okay.
And I do want to get in these movies, get in these TV series. Yeah, I want to, get in the big screen.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Right.
Yeah. So what are some of your next shows you got coming up?
Yeah. What's your shows? Yeah.
So I just got July 13th. So I'm doing every third Sunday at Uptown now.
Okay.
I got the thank you. I got the old people slide. That's the 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Is that the clean? That's not the clean.
Hell
I know.
no,
Now they got the clean brunch or something, right?
I don't do shit clean.
Oh, okay.
That's
Well,
real
I didn't know what
comedy.
was right.
That's
Now,
real
don't
comedy.
get it twisted. Don't skip over. I can do clean. Don't
Yeah.
book me for a clean show. I can do it.
Right.
I don't prefer it, but I can do it.
Right.
But yes, I'm gonna be doing July 13th. And that's going to be 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. at Uptown.
Okay.
It is the So Funny Sundays. So what I'm doing, I'm going to do a mystery headliner every month. So I'll let you know who the feature is, but you got to
Right.
pull up to see who that headliner is.
Oh, that's
Right.
dope.
So
Okay.
that's what I'm doing.
Congratulations on that.
Appreciate you. Get your tickets
Right.
now.
And where can we find you, sister? What you got going on? What can we look you up under?
The Only Michelle C. TheOnlyMichellEllec. The Only Michelle C. It's a lot of Michelle C's out there, but I'm the only one that matters.
Right.
You can find me on Candid Kisses TV. That's my podcast. That's on YouTube. Run them numbers up because they be trying to demonetize, and I'm trying to get them numbers back up because I don't know why they be acting light skin on the numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'm doing good, and then all of a sudden, snatch. We gonna take. I'm not starting over.
Right.
But I did start over my own comedy page, the Only Michelle C on
saw
YouTube.
that.
But I'm like, bruh, like they want you to start all the way over. I'm like, I'm not finna fight with y'all, but I still want y'all to watch the episodes because I got a lot of dope content on there. What else we got going on? Got my game.
Okay.
Sing-a-doo. It's a music game, music card game. I'm getting ready to try to pitch that for an actual game show.
Okay.
And just out here acting and grinding.
How can people purchase it?
Singadoo.com. Matter of fact, y'all need to play it. Let me
Oh.
see what you got going on here.
Oh, snap.
Come
Oh,
on
some
now.
damn trivia. Oh,
It ain't trivia.
Oh.
It's a music card game. So I'm going to give you a little example.
Okay.
So you're singing the melody of the song, but you can only use the word do.
Okay.
So we have different genres. We have hip hop, R&B, greatest hits, pop, Billboard hits, country rock, Singadoo favorites, old school TV themes, and party and dance hits. Pick a genre. We're going to get it cracking.
Genre? Oh, R&B.
Yeah, he forgot he take his
Oh,
all
yeah,
time.
you know.
He forgot he.
All right, so I'm gonna do something?
You know he old, so he forgot to take his medicine.
He said, what's a genre?
He said, "Yo, you don't be looking like that on camera."
I thought I'm gonna say somebody doo-wop. I'm
No,
doo-wop.
he said,
Well, the name is Singadoo. So when I'm gonna do it, you have to guess what I'm doing. All right, you ready?
All right.
Do 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 do.
Can we talk?
There it is. That's how you play it.
Yeah,
Okay.
his age showing. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
dope. I like that.
Pick one. You go ahead and try. We're gonna see if we can guess. It's front and back, so if you can't find it,
Okay.
let's get it.
Nah, that's some.
Is it hip hop, R&B? What?
Get your freak on, Missy.
Hell no. Hell no, man. What you hear?
I feel you that.
Get your freak on.
You said the doo-doo song.
You gotta try one.
No. Hey, y'all like this? Y'all got to subscribe to our
Right.
channel, Tank and Co. We had this type of fun here, all right? Don't be just liking the videos, comment, share, like, subscribe. We're going to have Michelle C. We're going to have many other guests come on the show. This what y'all get when you subscribe to us. You're getting the funny, the knowledge, and you're getting the power.
Speak.
All right now.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Hurry up. I'm talking about my damn song.
Hurry up, because I know it's time for.
Oh, shit. His all-time. It's supposed to be doo-doo-doo.
Oh, do 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 do
Stevie Wonder?
do do
Oh.
do 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 do.
Rihanna?
I don't know.
Oh, no. You sound worse than me,
And
nigga.
I am telling
Oh
you,
my God.
I'm not going. No,
Oh my God.
it worse than the hill though.
Yeah.
It was not the
Yeah.
right-
Damn.
Yo, this wrap another Take a Coat podcast, man. We appreciate you tuning in.
Yes.
Miss Michelle C., thank you for coming to our show.
Yes,
I appreciate y'all.
You are crowned as the first comedian ever to come on that show.
Yes,
So
yes,
you hold that. You hold that.
yes,
you really
we
do.
appreciate
Wait a minute. You know what I did? KissableLipsCosmetics.com. Get your lipstick. There it is.
Oh, shit.
And she got some good products.
We appreciate you coming on show. You come on show anytime you want to.
Yeah.
My name is Cole.
My name is Tank.
And we gonna make moves.
Talk later.
Later.
Peace.
I didn't know what the hell you was saying. What the hell?